Ladies and gents, back again with the update on the CRX project. Apologies for the delay, but it has been a bit hectic. My side, work and trying to create content at the same time is actually quite difficult, but I'm getting there. So yeah, let me show you guys around. So, made quite a bit of progress on the car. Um, Installed the radiator. It's not completely fixed yet. I still need to build some sort of a bracket for the top end. However, the bottom has been done. I welded two tabs on the traction bar and then drilled two holes at the bottom of it just to rest the radiator in there. Let me show you. There we go. And then the pins on the radiator will rest in there like that. It's quite sturdy. We used AN fittings and hoses, just welded the bungs on the radiator and then on the swivel neck. Also the car sips AC power steering delete kit has been installed, so that's the new location of the alternator. Power cables are on, as well as the engine harness is finally being completed. So the engine harness, I obviously tried to pull off the race spec style, nice and tidy, thinned out and so on. Speedo, ECT, cam sensors, the ground. And then over here I decided to make the injector harness and TPS, knock sensor, or like a loom on its own basically. So just for instance, if let's say the owner were to remove the ITBs at a later stage, he won't obviously need to dismantle the entire loom to get this off. So I try to make it as simple as possible. So you can literally just unplug this over here, bolt off the ITBs, turn off the feed, and then remove the ITBs with the loom attached to the injector loom attached to the throttle bodies. So I just thought that's a nice feature to have integrated into the engine harness. So yeah, this is quite a bit of an effort to do, but in my opinion, I think it's well worth it, because I mean, it's not so bulky all over the show. So like picture the cables to be installed and then that is it. It's one thing that I like try my utmost best to do, to try and like tidy everything up as best as I can. I'm obviously no professional when it comes to making like a race harness, but I'm trying. And I'm happy with it. I'm sure the customer will be happy with it as well. Obviously with more practice, more experience, I'll become better at it. It's definitely something nice to look at though, like especially like when got into like wire tucking engine bays. People were always asking, where is the wiring? How is everything working in here? So that's the objective to try and create that illusion. The engine is just in there and nothing's connected up to it. So and I don't know if you guys notice, ITBs are different. So owner decided to change out the all-out racing ITBs for a custom made set, which is 59 more if I'm not mistaken. This was previously on Kashif Nolan's CRX, so two of them had a deal. Not too sure what it's gonna do with the stock K28 too, so I'm very excited to see how much of a gain it will make over stock, and if we end up actually losing power because compression and so on is not high enough. But you never know, these K series engines are a different breed. So fuel line is done as well. This is our feed. Fuel regulator is on. Our return is going down into the tank. I still need to cram it up these holes over here just to keep it safe. The header is installed as well. Clearance is extremely tight on an EF with the subframe. So obviously the guys in the States, or most of the guys overseas, all run wood exits on their race cars, but this is a street car, so we obviously forced to run it underneath the subframe, add an exhaust on the car and so on. But other than that, the engine bay is more or less completed. So wiring has been done. ECU, like I mentioned, has been wired up. We did decide, obviously we decided we're going to sell the EMS4. I haven't sold it just yet, but the owner did change out the ECU for a Fueltech FT450. So I'm excited for this one, because this is the first time I'm experiencing or experimenting with Fueltech FT450, so very excited. Battery is in. Lowered the battery a bit. The current owner, this is his own custom bracket that he had made. This was his old mounting location, and I noticed it was way too tight onto the body here. So what I did was just lower it a bit. So drilled a couple of holes, inserted those rev nuts, and we are now fixed to the body with a bit of clearance. So battery cable, the lives are on, the ground is on as well as the ECU's ground. ECU's 12 volt, that's done. So let me show you guys inside. Okay, so the interior looks much better. Made me a little relay panel for the Fueltech, and then loomed it up, sleeved it up, connected it to these the Deutsch plugs, like these plugs, and then I still need to make a bracket for this as well at the bottom. So this is the harness that you guys saw previously in the previous video. It's all insulated, sleeved up, and then obviously much more tidier. So this is the engine bay fuse box. We got our constant 12 volt going to our fuse box, and then the auxiliaries. Those wiring has been extended, sleeved up as well. We got our reservoir pot for our clutch master cylinder. We're probably gonna change it out because it's literally like touching the dashboard when I install the dash. So I'll probably use a smaller one from like a newer generation Honda, which will give us a bit more clearance and obviously easier access for when wanting to top up your fluids and so on. Let me go over to the other side. Okay, so most of this wiring has been tidied up. This is like I would call it the auxiliary plug. This I'm keeping over here to get signal to the OEM cluster in case we end up keeping the OEM cluster in the car. So I'll leave that there, and this is all the existing wiring for like the mole, ignition, basically everything that's connected to this plug is the excess wire, so I kept that just in case. So here's our Fueltech plug. Just tried my best to do that concentric twisting again, which is it's getting better. It's not obviously the greatest, but I'm not too sure exactly, to be honest, how to do it correctly. This is just from what I've seen on the internet and so on. I am aware that they do this with unterminated wires, so that makes more sense to get it like perfect, because obviously we have terminals on the end of the wire, and twisting them it's only gonna go so far with connected already to a plug. So, but I mean, for what it is, I'm really happy with it. Oh, this is for though. I'm really happy with this because I can flex it up if I need to. Let's say route it here for clearance and so on. I can do so. It's not, there's no resistance really on the loom, so I'm quite happy with that. This is obviously our location somewhere around here, and then this is our can wire, and then we have our ignition, and then these two over here is my 12 volt for my injectors and my coil packs, another switch 12 volt fuel pump, and then it's probably another switch 12 volt for our little relay, so our relay panel. So yeah, we basically, I would say 90% done. So if all I need to do is just route this accordingly, and then put the plugs on the ends, plug it in, plug the FT system in, and then we can turn the key, or hopefully start the button, start from the Fueltech. So I'm excited to see that actually is gonna work. So I was told like wire it up to the Fueltech and let's see if it will start from there. So we'll see. I'll show you guys the Fueltech FT450. Definitely like this, all the labeling on the boxes and so on. Stickers, hell of a lot of stickers, so you can get creative with them. And this is the Fueltech hotkeys. So basically just shortcuts to when you're operating the ECU from the laptop. So stick this maybe like on your laptop, or on the dashboard somewhere closest to where you're going to access the Fueltech. So like plug in your USB, and then you have this right there. So no need to still go onto the help folder and find out what are these shortcuts, how do I do this and how do I do that. So nice feature, really like that actually. And this is a brochure. So all different types of Fueltech units and what they offer. And this is the owner's manual, proper hard copy. Definitely something like that I admire about Fueltech. So I wish most ECUs can offer this. This is very nice. Although most ECUs have like online owner's manual that you can download in a PDF format, but I mean this is nice to have an actual hard copy. So you can literally take it with you anywhere, read through whatever. Another thing I'd like to mention about Fueltech is their online support is probably the best I've ever come across. So like I was stuck a bit with the wiring of the ECU. So couldn't obviously find much info locally, because this is still fairly new to Cape Town. There's only a handful of guys that install these and tune them. So I was obviously now by myself, so went online onto their website, and there's literally like a little chat icon in the corner of the website, and the guys who are online, you send them a message and immediately they respond to you. So and they can help you with literally anything. So I was really impressed by that. So like, thank you Fueltech, that's brilliant stuff. So this is the unit. It's a little dusty, I do apologize. I was obviously busy with this. It's not all new in the plastic. So again, unboxing people, sorry. I needed to get it done. That's the hardware for quick release bracket. Like, these guys put a lot of effort into the boxing and labeling and stuff. Like, this is nice. Like, who would have thought you'd be um, impressed by something as simple as a packet, a bag holding the hardware? I'm really impressed by them. So again, thank you, Fueltech. Okay, and then this is the unit. Internal map sensor, micro USB, and then that's the main ECU plug. Like, keep it simple. Like, I like that about this. So when configuring the wiring, you actually need to you plug in the USB cable, which is over here. So plug in your USB into your laptop, and then get this thing. Okay, so yeah, plug this into your laptop, into your USB, and then the ECU will actually turn on, and then you can configure the wiring diagram to suit you, obviously. So that is, like, again, something that I haven't experienced yet, so this is, like, very new to me. So yeah, so that is definitely something very impressive. Like, you can configure the outputs from the ECU to suit your needs, obviously. So whatever you need running on your engine, for instance, we using VTC on the K series engine. So let me actually show you guys. Okay, so I'm in the car again. This is the main plug. So this is your outputs, inputs and outputs. They're all like, for instance, your inputs are all one color, as well as your outputs, and obviously red is your power and so on. It's numbered 1 to 31, if I'm not mistaken. 1 to 26. Yeah, so 1 to 26. So basically, I want to wire up my injector input. So from, let's say, 1 to 4, I can configure blue 1 to 4 for my injectors, and 5 is my VTC, and 6 is my fuel pump. So you can literally do that on the ECU. Outputs for sensors. So again, 1 to whatever sensor, 2 to whatever sensor, and so on. So I really am impressed with this feature that they offer. As well as this plug, I like this plug because deepening this plug is like, there's no tools needed. You literally push down this little clip and it will unlock the pins, and you can literally just pull out the wire. So another nice feature from Fueltech. So if, let's say, at a later stage we want to run a new sensor or whatever, and we now ran out of outputs. So let's say for example, I want to delete VTech, and I'm running VTech killers. So I can, instead of me dismantling this entire loom, if I wanted to run extra wire to, let's say, a wheel speed sensor, you can literally deepen this from there and then pin it into the plug, and then run it to, let's say, your rear wheels for your speed signal. So I mean, that is definitely like, well thought of. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll definitely try my best to bring out some more content, as well as a little in-depth videos on how to install certain parts on the swap like this. So yeah, this is just a little update, and then hopefully next video we can start this car up.